Hello, lovelies. Here I am again. I thought I'd come on and shoot the breeze with you all. How have you all been? It's so good to connect with you. I have had a massive week. It has been such an awesome week, but huge, and everyone's having so many amazing transformations. My gosh. So many celebrations going on for my clients. They are all amazing. You all know who you are. And it's just life-changing, I tell you, for all these people that they're doing insane things that they never thought they'd do. And it's all because they changed their energy. Yes, that is all, right? They changed their energy and then were able to see things differently, do things differently, and receive the results, right? They receive the outcome that they want. Plain and simple, that's what's happening. Hello, if you're joining me. I don't know if I can see you. I've got the laptop on as well, just in case anyone comments and I can see. Let me get that up. Oh, there I am. I'm seeing myself in double. That's odd. And there's a time delay, so it's really freaking me out. I'm gonna have to not look over there. Yeah, okay. I'll hide my picture so I can't see myself. It's freaking me out. And so, as I was saying, yeah, there's been so much going on, wonderful things for my clients, and it just made me think, like, we're not celebrating enough. We don't celebrate the small things. We just go, oh yeah, that's good. And it's like, these things are huge. I mean, I had a client the other day and she's so amazing, and she said to me, oh, I just realized we've only got, so many weeks left to work together. And I said, yeah, but look what you created in 7 weeks. You went from no business to actually launching a business in 7 weeks. Most people don't even do that in their lifetime, right? We tend to always focus on what's not working, or it's like, what we're going to miss out on. And we're not going, hey, yeah, look at what I've done. Look at what I've achieved. Look at what I've created, and celebrate that. It's so important to celebrate things, and big or small, right? No matter what that is for you, stop for a moment and just look at how far you've come. Maybe the things that you have shifted and changed or transformed that mightn't seem that huge in the big scheme of things, but it's given you a new level of awareness or perspective on life. And so life gets to be better, because of that. So yeah, congratulate yourself. And no, this video was not going to be about celebrating, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. It's about, like, are you receiving what you really desire? Why are you not receiving what you're desiring? And I know I've talked about this a gazillion times, and yes, that's a word. And I just, I know I have, but this is coming up so much with my clients. It's coming up all the time that they're desiring so small. And why? Let's look at that. Let's look at the energy behind that. Is one of the number one reasons is you already are failing before you begun. So you're feeling like, if I admit this to myself, if I speak this even out loud, A, I might look like a big greedy cow. B, what if I don't achieve it? What if it doesn't happen for me? And then I feel like a right tool for even thinking it or putting it out there. So, maybe I should start with this thing down here, this small thing that I know I'm already, going to get pretty much, and I don't really have to push myself or extend myself out of my comfort zone or do anything really amazing to change. So I know that I feel comfortable with that, right? And that's really a lot of the reasons why people aren't really asking for what they deeply desire, or we place desires on our path that seem more noble, right? Because then we feel, oh, I'm deserving of that. I'm deserving of saying, well, I'm going to feed all the poor people. I'm deserving of going, well, I'm going to give all my time away for free and dedicate my time to these people. All beautiful, noble causes, right? And it made me think of when you know, when you're watching, you know, like Miss World or something like that, and they ask them what their big, you know, dream is for the world or whatever, and they all go, world peace, you know, because they know that people are going to think, yeah, like that's doable, you know, that's a noble pursuit, you know, if you're saying that. Whereas if the person really said what she wanted, like, I don't know, I want a house by the ocean, I want a sexy man between my thighs, I want Botox, I want a Chanel bag, I want a big Krispy Kreme donut, and world peace. Oh, I cracked myself up. But, you know, I mean, honestly, this is what, it's laughable, because we want things. We're allowed to want things. We're allowed to desire things. We're allowed to have things. Okay, you're allowed to have the big, ridiculous dream, what seems so far out there that, you know, you don't even know if it's possible or plausible or how you're going to do it, but you're allowed to do that. You know, you're allowed to do that and dream that and have those things. And you're allowed to save the world and feed the poor and, you know, eradicate world hunger and all the other noble pursuits, beautiful things that are really big. You're allowed to have that too, right? Yeah. You know, but let's get honest. Come on. You're talking to me. And I can see energetically when you're lying to yourself. And you're allowed to want those things just to have those things. And the only reason when you put meaning to it, like, oh, well, you know, that's pretty shallow to want a Chanel bag or something, you know, like I would rather give my money to, you know, homeless shelters. And so we tend to put other people down when we see them having these other dreams. Like, they might have that dream, but they're allowed to have their Chanel bag if they want to too. If they want to go spend $12,000 on a bag, oh, let's all breathe deep. You know, they're entitled to do that. Okay, they're welcome to do that. If that to them is like the pinnacle of reaching some invisible point or whatever in their business, like it's a marker to success for them or something, and they just go, this is like, once I get to this point in my life, like I'm going to, you know, celebrate by buying this for myself, or maybe I'm going to have a luxurious holiday, or I'm going to buy a new car, or I'm just going to buy this beautiful new scarf that I absolutely love, you know, or I'm going to have a delicious meal. Like, we're allowed to celebrate things. We're allowed to have ridiculous desires that other people might see as frivolous or stupid or shallow. And it doesn't make us less of a human being. It doesn't make us less of a human. It doesn't mean we don't care about those other things. And sometimes we can get hung up on the big things because we know they're so friggin' unattainable. Come on, let's get honest here. We're having an honest conversation. So when we say things like that, oh no, I want to start up this, you know, huge cause and you know, eradicate world hunger and whatever. These are all beautiful, noble pursuits that we all do wish and hope for. But when we often have that big, what seems totally unattainable, because there's, as we know, there's lots of moving parts involved. It's not just up to us, it's up to many other different, you know, energies on the planet and people and situations and customs and cultures and places. But when we do that, when we express that as our desire, it's almost like we're separating ourselves from having to try to do anything else or want anything else or push ourselves to have anything else, because it just seems like this beautiful, big, noble cause, but one that we know, well, we're never going to probably do that. Or if we do, it might be down the track. Does that make sense? So, you know, and then we're avoiding the other, you know, celebratory milestones or markers in our life and the things that we want to desire and create, because we're seeing them as that stupid or frivolous or empty or vacuous in some way, and that we shouldn't want them. Like, you know, that makes me a really bad person if I want that, when maybe I should be thinking about spending my money on someone else or something else. But the more money you create, the more wealth that you bring onto the planet, the more you can do. And as we know, when your cup is full and it's running over, you've got more to give. You've got more energy, you've got more time, you've got more money, more resources to do those things, to do the noble pursuits and causes, and that might be your big ultimate goal. But let's start getting real about what you really want. It's okay to want all of those other things. And this is what I've been seeing pretty much all week, is people avoiding really saying what they really want because they're embarrassed. A lot of it is embarrassment and shame. You know, around, oh, I'm embarrassed to say that I want maybe something really simple. You know, I want a farm and I want a car that doesn't break down. Or, you know, like it could be that simple. You know, these things that we just won't admit to myself. Oh, I just want to marry a really nice man. Like, okay, all right. Let's start with that, right? You know, it can be that simple. It doesn't have to be more than that to start with. Maybe that's the bigger goals, but let's just get real about right now what you really deeply desire and what would feel fun to you, what would light you up. Because I'm telling you now, if you create these really massive, big goals and desires, that they'll often separate you from ever really creating much in your life, because it would just, there'll be nothing to enjoy or celebrate along the way. You know, you're just going, oh no, I've got to, every bit of money I get, I've got to give away, I've got to share, I've got to do this, and then I can't have anything for myself, you know. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that we're not allowing ourselves to just enjoy the moment and enjoy things. If, you know, we're allowed to have things. We can enjoy things, experiences, people, places, all sorts of things, sensual experiences. We can enjoy it all, but still want other big things for ourselves and for the planet. And that's okay. And don't let other people try and bring you down, because anything they're projecting is their own stuff and their own beliefs and their own negative beliefs and stories around things. Okay, believing that it makes you a certain somebody if you want, you know, as I said, a designer outfit or something like that, that means you don't care about people or you don't want to help change or shift the planet in a positive way. That doesn't mean that at all. Okay, so don't allow people to squash your dreams, to kill your dreams or your desires. They're yours alone and you're allowed to have them. And I want you to really think about that. I want you to get honest with yourself, okay? And start giving space to that today. Write down the most craziest out there desires that you can think of. Like things that you would normally only think of if you thought, oh, I had all the money in the world. You know, when you think, oh yeah, if I had money to waste, yeah, sure, I'd get that. I want you to really do that. It's a great process to do, is just to write down things with that mindset. If I already had all the money in the world and everything, and I could get anything or have anything, like what ridiculous, shallow, whatever things, material things would I want right now? What are some things that I would want? And it's going to help open up that energy of allowing things in, instead of limiting ourselves to only, oh, we can only have this much and we can only measure out that much, right? We want to allow ourselves to welcome in everything and get rid of these limits. Okay? So do that today. It's a fabulous process. Let me know how you go with it. But it's going to bring up a lot of things for you when you're giving yourself permission to, I want you not to write down anything that's for anyone else. Do not write down anything about giving, sharing, buying for anyone else, nothing. I want it all to be about you being the center of your universe, writing down everything, the most outlandish, luxurious, expensive, inexpensive, whatever you want, things, frivolous, useless, whatever it is. I want you to write it down and be like, this is what I desire, because it's just going to create this energy of expansion and openness within you. Okay, and then watch things come in when you start getting honest with yourself and opening yourself up to the wonderful, the extraordinary, the useless, the, you know, whatever it might be, the expensive, the luxurious, okay? So share with me when you do that. I'd love to hear and what it does for you, and even what this brings up for you, this live, okay? Whew, it's so good to connect to you all. I hope this resonated again, and let's chat again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and we'll talk soon. Bye.